These are the sights and sounds of the ongoing construction of Thwake Multipurpose Water Development Program. The program being implemented by the Government of Kenya and the African Development Bank through the Ministry of Water, Sanitation and Irrigation is a key 2030 vision flagship project and an enabler of the Big Four agenda, expected to provide water to 1.3 million people spread over the lower eastern counties of Makueni, Kitui and Machakos. It will support irrigation of 40,000 hectares and generate 20 megawatts of hydropower to the grid and provide regulation of flows on River Athi downstream of the dam for the flood control and drought mitigation. Once developed, this complex program will heavily contribute to the transformation of Kenya to mid-income status by the year 2030. It will be implemented in 4 phases. Phase 1, currently ongoing, involves construction of 80.5 meters high multi-purpose dam with a storage capacity of 688 million cubic meters and associated preliminary works. Phase 2 will see development of hydropower generating system with an installed capacity of approximately 20 megawatts. Phase 3 will involve development of water supply, sanitation and wastewater infrastructure to supply estimated 150,000 cubic meters per day of treated water to approximately 1.3 million people drawn from the rural areas of Kitui and Makueni counties and those in Konza Techno City. Phase 4 will involve development of irrigation scheme to ultimately irrigate 40,000 hectares of land, which translates to approximately 100,000 acres. The current progress involves construction of dams, embankment and associated works, which will see the full implementation of 3 other phases. Water has been regarded as one of the most critical determinants of socio-economic development and a key pillar which will propel the government's Big Four agenda. Indeed, even as we all agree that sustainable water availability, hydropower generation, irrigation and sanitation will act as the pedestals upon which the Vision 2030 and the Big Four master plans will be anchored, the ongoing Thwake Dam construction has come at the ample time to support this presidential action plan. This complex and critical project is set to transform parts of Makueni, Kitui and even Machakos counties. When the government rolled out this spectacular architectural masterpiece, touted to be one of the largest dams in East Africa, residents of this county saw it as a missing link and the panacea to their decades-old water question. Thwake Multipurpose Water Development Program will see the creation of thousands of jobs, emergence of small-scale industries, boost to healthcare and sanitation, food security and irrigation. Already, the ongoing civil works and related activities seen both direct and indirect employment of more than 1,200 locals, both men and women, who are mainly the breadwinners for their families. Once complete, the Thwake Multipurpose Water Development Program will also provide regulation of flows of Athi River downstream of the dam for the flood and drought mitigation, thereby becoming a huge source of livelihoods to thousands of residents. And the milestone registered in this program is nothing but historic, not only for the lower eastern residents, but for Kenya too. Indeed, this is a dam of hope. Since the work's commencement date for Phase 1 started on 27th March the year 2018, key milestones have been reached with critical dam components on the way to completion, while some are at advanced stages of development. Already, the contractor has mobilized most of the key plant and equipment required for this construction, including the grouting machines, construction of Tunnel A, Tunnel B, the bypass tunnel and access adit, outlet channel, spillway, dam embankment, employers camp and engineers offices, which are already occupied, completion of the contractor's camp and the crusher assembly. Other milestones include completion of land compensation of over 1,792 project-affected persons, acquisition of 59.95 acres of land covering at least 9 land occupied by 28 project-affected persons, issuance of awards to 28 PAPs for acquisition of extra land for dams expansion, construction of access roads to site, completion of surface excavation and earthworks for the dam foundation, and excavation of the twin 12-meter diameter diversion tunnels. The Ministry of Water, Sanitation and Irrigation, through all the stakeholders involved, have also advocated for social afforestation program by empowering local residents, schools, administrative units, health centers and staff in taking care of the environment.
Basically what we are doing here today is a social afforestation exercise where we are engaging Katidi Primary School students and teachers, empowering them with tree seedlings, different types of tree seedlings, in order to promote environmental conservation practices.
Munakaribishwa tena na tena. Tutajaribu kadiri ya uwezo wetu tutunze hii miti ili tunapoendelea na kuinteract na nini tutakuwa mnapitia na mnaona kweli tunajaribu na tunaendelea vizuri.
And as a social citizen, the program is rolling out a robust corporate social responsibility initiative within the counties of Makueni and Kitui through building and rehabilitation of new classrooms, sinking of boreholes, construction of new health facilities, and engaging local suppliers and subcontractors.